Everybody, it's T-Man representing Genetic Beast here, and we're going to do a reaction video to the gym, lifting, recruiting, fitness gear slave, JasonBlaha, this morning. So Blaha says if supplements work, they would be classified as drugs. Supplements do work. They supplement your diet because you might be deficient in a vitamin. Why? What was he expecting? That vitamins have some magic powers to build muscles? Is that it? Man, this guy's really out to lunch.
Hey everybody, it's JasonBlaha here, representing JasonBlaha Strength and Fitness, and today I'm going to make a bold statement that is a true statement legally.
Yes, make a bold statement. What is it?
If your supplements actually worked, they would be classified as drugs, not.
Why would vitamins be classified as drugs if these supplement vitamins worked? What are you talking about, man? This guy's so deranged. Yeah, these videos he keeps pumping out, man, they make absolutely zero sense. If the supplement has worked, they would be classified as drugs. Well, so let me get this straight. So no vitamins in the vitamin store work then, right? None of these supplements that they sell, these vitamins and minerals and whatever, at the health food store work then, right? Because if they worked, right, God forbid, if vitamin D worked, it would be classified as a drug, or vitamin C. So if the vitamin C at the health food store worked, it would be classified as a drug. What the fuck? This makes absolutely zero sense, man.
Supplements. But a quick reminder, if you guys will please click like down below.
I didn't know that.
If you're not subscribed or following, please do so. And if you'll be kind enough to drop me a comment down below, I would appreciate it.
So I guess I better stop going to the health food store buying supplements, because if they worked, they'd be classified as drugs, and therefore they don't work, according to Blaha, because they'd be classified as drugs.
So much. Thank you. Interesting thing with this, I'm not saying that individual vitamins.
Here's the thing. They sell amino acids at the health food store, right? They sell it as a supplement. It's a supplement. Amino acids are supplements. Here's a question. Do amino acids work? Because he said they would be classified as a drug if they worked. Well, as far as I know, amino acids work. They are the building blocks of what? Protein. They work, especially the essentials. They work because you need those, the essential ones. Specifically 9 essential ones. You usually get 18, right? 18, 19, up to 21 in these supplement, amino acid supplement things, the free-form peptide bond amino acids. So the essential ones are there, the 9 essential ones, which you really need. You need a lot of the essential because your body doesn't produce it. So you need to, the intake needs to be very high. But here's the thing. He says it doesn't work because if it worked, it would be classified as a drug. But why would amino acids be classified as a drug? It's a supplement. What the fuck, man?
Minerals can have benefits. Well, I am going to say that supplementing individual vitamins may give you cancer. That's its own topic, isn't it? By the way, that's not my opinion. That's medical doctors and researchers point that out. Yeah,
that's his opinion.
Dosing individual vitamins can literally cause different types of cancers. It's not actually a good idea.
So different types of vitamins can cause cancer. Well, yeah, it's a possibility if you keep hitting it. I wouldn't doubt it. Why would you take them, though? You don't need it. Animal products are not deficient in any nutrients.
They really don't. But, setting that aside, obviously minerals aren't always necessarily supplements. Obviously, things like, just salts, right? Potassium, sodium, magnesium, stuff like that. I don't classify those as true supplements. They're just minerals and electrolytes. Not what we're talking about. We're talking about people giving you products with the claim that they're going to build muscle, they're going to burn fat, they're going to cure these various diseases and ailments that people have. And barring a direct nutritional deficiency, they probably aren't. And I think people do need to remember some stuff is kind of classified as a prescription drug. People say, well, what about the extra strength fish oil? Yeah, true. At the amounts I take, sometimes that is literally a prescription level thing. Your doctor will literally write you a prescription for that to go get ones at the pharmacy if need be, or he'll tell you, hey, go get these extra strength ones, this is whatever. And sometimes your insurance will cover it. So when we're talking about something like that for triglycerides, for example, people with certain heart conditions, well, I mean, technically it is a drug. It's prescribed.
Yeah.
It's just that you can still legally get it over the counter. But we are at prescription level at that point, right? When you're talking about, well, I want you to do this, and they're going to want you to take either like 2, 3, or 4 grams of EPA and DHA combined together. But people forget that might be taking 20 or 30 regular fish oil capsules. That's not like a normal amount. But that would be an example of something that's still technically over the counter, but we are in the area of not only a drug-like effect, you're in the area of a doctor prescribing it for this purpose, and it's recognized medically. Does that make sense? There's an FDA and medical recognition for extra strength fish oils at a very high dose for lowering triglycerides and certain types of
For lowering triglycerides? Triglycerides, it's fat cells that are filled with triglyceride. What is he rambling on about?
patients, right? So that's a medical use. But barring stuff like that, people are forgetting.
Medical use, okay.
Again, I'm not worried about the whole world. I want to be clear. I can't
He's not worried about the whole world, okay.
make these videos for every individual country on the face of the earth, but I can tell you the leader in
Oh, he's got the answers to everything. So he's not. He wish he could make these videos probably for the whole world. He's gonna save the world. Blah is gonna save the world.
supplements is the U.S.
Oh yeah.
The overwhelming majority of my audience is in the U.S. on all my platforms. So I want to be clear that's what we're talking about. So I'll say this.
Oh, this is the majority of his thing. His platform is the U.S. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Look, I can tell you this, man. In this video, the FDA, the way they conduct their business in the U.S. is horrendous. How they treat the people, the American people. If you're asking me, in Canada, the FDA here, Federal Drug Administration, whatever you want to call it, Health Canada, they're very strict when it comes to, foods and chemicals and alcohol, just about everything. It has to be thoroughly inspected. It would never, the type of alcohol that they sell in America and the foods that you sell on the whatever, in your markets and stuff would never pass in Canada, ever. They would never accept them here. You understand me? They have to pass through strict guidelines in Canada to import anything from the U.S. or any country. Yeah, because we have universal health care system. If the people were to get sick eating these sick foods, well, bro, they're not carrying insurance. It's on the government, and so it would weigh the healthcare system down. Now, in the United States, if they had universal health care, then they would care more about people's health. But because you don't have universal health care in the U.S., your government doesn't give a shit about you. Only you could give a shit about yourself. But your government, they don't care about you. They slave you, they poison you, they do all kinds of shit. They want you to buy insurance. They want you to pay out of pocket for health insurance. It's expensive. It isn't cheap. I remember my friend in the States, he had to get I remember he got, I think it was Blue Cross or something. He got like dental insurance, and then he got this insurance for his feet because he had some problem with his feet. He had to go to a foot doctor. He had to get insured he had to get all kinds of insurance, man. Fuck. None of this shit was covered. And a lot here when it comes to eyes and I don't know, dental used to, even partly dental could be covered here in Canada. But yeah, it's good to have a dental insurance regardless. You could be paying out of pocket here. But if it was an emergency and you were in a hospital, you had some dental problem, it would be covered by OHIP in Canada. So yeah, man, I don't know. A lot of anything that's an emergency would be covered anyways, regardless of what you're doing here. So I went a couple times. I had like 1 or 2 cysts and I wanted them removed. I didn't pay for them. I said they were bothering me. I went to the hospital. I told them it bothered me and they removed it. I didn't have to pay for it. I could. They could say, well, go to a doctor. These outside doctors and have them remove it. They would charge you money for it, right? It wouldn't be free. But because you make it like a case, like, well, it's bothering me. Well, they will remove it. It's all covered anyways. It's covered. You got insurance through the government, OHIP. Everybody here has an OHIP card, an insurance card. That card could even be used as insurance leverage. If you were to get sick outside of the country, you could use your OHIP. So much is covered under OHIP. Yeah.
And then my biggest non-American audience is obviously in the UK, and it's only on YouTube.
Yeah,
So
okay.
they'll chime in. Well, it might be different in the UK. Well, it might be. I haven't looked into all the individual laws, but you guys tend to sell the same supplements we do. So, not popular in America. It's probably not going to be popular
Do Canada sells similar supplements, but again, it's under strict guidelines what they sell here. It's very strict.
in the UK. Now, back to the US. In the 90s, a law was signed on.
I know they're faking the NMN in the United States. They're faking it. It was fake. I ordered something on Amazon. It came from the US. It was fake. But here it's certified. I checked it online. And only one or two or three companies are actually pushing NMN. They sell it, but they're certified by the government. You can see their certificate. It passed through government stuff, whatever. So I know it's real. And I've even tried it, and I could feel it. It was real. It gives you this overwhelming energy, yada, 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 whatever.
Like the supplement industry was given a free pass by Congress. They got a whole control act written that allowed them to bypass the FDA.
Yeah, they classified NMN as a drug, in the U.S. They were selling it as a supplement, which it is a supplement. It's a type of B vitamin, and now it's a drug all of a sudden. How can a vitamin be a drug, classified as a drug? This is just crazy. So they classified it so you can't buy it over the counter in the health food store. You need a prescription for it from your doctor.
They had rules in place. Number one, they had to be careful with their claims.
Because here's the thing, again, if they found that this stuff would make you healthy, well, that goes against all these companies because they want to keep you unhealthy in the United States because you don't have universal healthcare system, so they don't give a shit about you. So the question is this: why would it be legal in Canada? Right? It's certified. You could buy NMN here over the counter, no problem. It's not classified as a drug. But in the United States, you can't buy NMN over the counter. It's been classified as a drug. See what I mean? And then they claim, well, it makes you healthy because it increases NAD levels, and that helps with repairing your body as an older person, yada, yada, yada. So do they really promote health in the U.S.? No, they don't promote health at all in the U.S. Fuck, the food there is completely... I mean, it's filled with chemicals. It's garbage, man. Your alcohol is dirty. It's garbage. It make you sick. Just a whole bunch of things there. It's just crazy, man. Something needs to change. And I think the more society gets, the more Americans get obese and sick, and the more they get sick, I mean, the system itself is just gonna collapse eventually at some point. All societies have collapsed due to eating plants, vegan diets, and collapsing and dying. You know what I mean? They weren't eating meat. They ran out, ate bread and fucking beer, water, whatever, and then they died. So this could be the downfall of the U.S. The Chinese, they see it coming. You know, if your government doesn't care about you, who else will, right? Government is God, right? They make the decisions for you. Well, they obviously aren't making the greatest decisions in the U.S. by poisoning people.
Right, they had to put warning, right? Combined with diet and exercise, right? So they have to put, or
Diet
these are
and
not
exercise,
medically backed
okay.
claims when they say different things. That it
Yeah,
may
sure.
support a healthy metabolism, may support healthy heart health, right? You understand the difference?
They support healthy heart health. Okay, whatever, man. Look, me personally, like he said, people watch his platform, whatever, he's going to save the world. Me, I cannot save everybody. I cannot save anybody. I can make these videos and, put out the truth because I'm not basing things on belief. I'm basing them on facts. Facts, bro. Like things that are happening around me. I use that as evidence. You understand me? When I'm talking, I use real facts as evidence to prove what I say. I'm not just like, hey, the supplement, if it was, if it worked, it'd be classified as drug. That's it. But why would it be classified as a drug if it worked? He doesn't really exactly explain that. Well, I know what it is really, because if it worked, like built muscle, apparently, according to him, supplements, they don't build muscle, but they can aid. Maybe, I don't know. You live in a third world country. You need supplements that bad? Are you dying?
And they have to put those disclaimers.
Do you not have access to animal products or what?
And so accordingly, they're then allowed to sell
fake?
products with no testing. All right?
Products,
So you
no
have
testing.
to remember that. There's no testing.
Look at this shit jumping on this stupid thing. He looks hilarious here, doesn't he? I think I should clip this. That's gonna be my thumbnail.
And what happens is that usually when
Yeah.
a supplement is found to work, it gets outlawed. Okay?
So if a supplement is found to work, it gets outlawed. Well, it's not outlawed in Canada, NMN. It was found to work. It apparently makes people healthy. I don't know, makes them healthy. They classified it as a drug in the U.S. Yeah, because it worked. But it's not classified as a drug in Canada. Why? Blaha says if it works, it would be classified as a drug. Well, it works. So why isn't it classified as a drug in Canada, but classified as a drug in the U.S.?
You understand that? And people are not understanding that. They're like,
Here's the thing. Why are people able to order drugs online? Like Canadians, they can order drugs from pharmacies and it'll come. Steroids, whatever, it'll come to your address. It'll come, you can use it, you can whatever. But in the US, if you were to order something, the cops will be waiting for you outside your door. So what are you doing ordering these steroids? You get the idea. They allow for a lot of things that you could do here. It's a different... Look, man, we're neighbors, Canada, US. The laws are pretty much the same. But why such lax in these types of things and laws? I don't know. Who knows?
this supplement's proven to work. Why is it legal?
If this supplement is proven to work, why is it legal? Why is it legal? Because it's legal in Canada to buy NMN. Apparently it works. But it's illegal in the US because it works. See, here's the thing. NMN obviously really does work to keep you healthy. They don't care about the other supplements that would hurt you or could cause harm to you, because that's great for them. They like that. Here's the thing. Creatine works, right? It does. It works. Apparently it works. So why isn't it classified as a drug in the US? Why is it? It's not classified as a drug here. You can buy it over the counter. See what I mean? But why NMN? Something special about NMN.
If it produces a drug-like effect, it will be outlawed. Meaning building significant amount of muscle is a drug-like effect.
So building a certain amount of muscle is a drug-like effect. Okay, doesn't creatine do that? Apparently, they say creatine builds muscles. If you're asking me, food it builds muscles. You being in positive nitrogen balance, eating food, that's what builds muscles. I don't know about powders or supplements. These little tiny powders and supplements are going to magically build muscles. You understand me? But whatever.
Like creatine is the only thing that really shows anything, and it's very, 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 very tiny.
This is
there.
like the peasant mentality, the peasant slave mentality. I take my cow to the market and I get three magic beans, and then boom, and then there's Jack and the Beanstalk. Whatever, bro.
It's so minuscule, but it is there.
Oh yeah.
But it's one of those where it's been argued, well, technically you could get the same amount. You could just eat red meat and get the same amount. It's a small amount. So, and it's inexpensive, it's safe. So
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you eat red meat. Or what's with this red meat? Just eat fucking meat. Yeah, you could get it in there.
It hasn't been outlawed, but pretty much anything else, if you're showing any change in muscle, it's capable of burning fat. Burning fat, you're going to be competing with.
That's amino acids. It actually stimulates HGH. It helps burn fat. It helps build muscle. Does a bunch of stuff. Oh yeah. It works really well in high dosages.
Pharmaceutical drugs are going to ban you immediately. Ephedra learned this the hard way. It's going to be outlawed.
Okay, it's going to be outlawed.
As far as an over-the-counter supplement. Building muscle, yeah, it's going to get banned as an anabolic substance or a PED.
So why hasn't it been banned as a PED or anabolic substance? Amino acids. Why hasn't it? It works.
It's going to be banned in sports.
It's
All right,
not
so
banned.
be clear on that.
Why isn't it banned in sports? Amino acids. It's a very powerful supplement. It stimulates growth hormone, a bunch of things. If you take high dosages of it, you'll notice your voice is gonna get really deep because your hormones are gonna be really, really, really high. Does it aid in building muscle? Yeah, it aids. It's amino acid, man. That's what builds muscles. Amino acids, bro. Get it? See what I mean? So yeah, it works as you could say it works just as good as any whatever. It works better than a drug because it's real. Drugs are fake, man. Steroids don't build muscles. Whatever, man. Fucking amino acids build muscles. Protein and amino acids build muscles. But to trigger myofibrillar growth, you have to damage it. If it's not damaged, there's nothing to grow there. Now you could build up the mass on your muscle, and you could kind of try to force these nuclei to be pushed out, but they're only ever pushed out when protein synthesis exceeds this breakdown. So you're like trying to do something, trying to force that domain to donate its nuclei by fucking getting it by staying in an anabolic growth state, positive nitrogen balance, where proteins are no longer being broken down and they're being built up, and they keep getting built up. So that domain is forced to donate its nuclei, fuse with the fucking myofibrillar to increase growth. So yeah, but that works. You could do it like that. You can build muscle just eating. You can do that to a degree. But here's the thing: you really need it. Really, muscles are built through myofibrillar growth, and I'm not talking about sarcoplasmic. So really, you need muscle damage. You need two parts: the muscle damage, and you need to be in positive nitrogen balance.
If you're like, well, there's some evidence. No, if there's any evidence starting to accumulate that an over-the-counter product builds muscle.
You don't need too many damaging sessions, just some periodic damaging sessions here and there. But if protein synthesis doesn't exceed that breakdown, you're wasting your time. So it wouldn't matter how much you're damaging there. See what I mean? There is a massive breakdown a massive apoptosis breakdown in proteins when you damage muscles. If you got a massive damaging session in, well, you need to really be in protein synthesis needs to exceed that rate of breakdown, bro. Get it? So if it's not, it's just a waste of time.
All right.
Let's be honest.
All right, Blaha.
Muscle.
Builds muscle.
All right. WADA bans it. It goes on a WADA ban list. The second
Goes on a water bans list. Okay.
they see anything that they think, oh, it may be a PED, a mild one, that supplement gets banned. You're now
NMN does certain things. Amino acids do. Why aren't they banned?
enhanced when you use it. And then oftentimes laws start following suit. But what happened is that
Amino acids in high dosages can help you perform by lifting heavier as well. It aids in building muscle. It makes you faster, better, stronger. It makes you a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
the Supplement Control Act allows them to sell products with
Okay.
that the company selling it knew there was harm. They can go ahead and hammer them for it. Otherwise, they simply
Okay.
ban it and say, hey, you can't sell this.
It's getting boring at this point.
right? Allowed to work. Okay?
They're not allowed to work.
If they work, they would be drugs. And if they do work, and people don't understand, well, why do they ban? Because you can't control the quality of an herb or something. So if it produces a drug-like effect, it actually becomes dangerous because you could overdose on it trying to get to the amount that you need.
So why isn't Turk Builder banned? Turkesterons and all that shit. Why isn't it banned? I mean, it said there was a PubMed report saying that it has drug-like effects. So why isn't it banned? It works apparently, right? Blah, so full of shit. Cause they don't care about those things. Cause those things they know it'll destroy you. But something that could help you repair your body like NMN, they removed it because they don't promote health in the US. They want you to get sick. They want you to exercise the shit out of yourself, all this kind of stuff, man. You understand me? They want you to be a lifting slave, so you fucking end your life quickly. They don't want you around too long. They want to use you up after 40. They're like, you're not necessary anymore. Get rid of you.
It can cause a harmful effect. Perfect example is like that certain type of red yeast is illegal in the U.S. It has a statin-like effect because it's too inconsistent.
Statin-like effect, okay.
Therefore, it makes it dangerous as a replacement.
Right, yeah, sure.
Okay, so they get outlawed, right? Because they're
Look,
technically.
man, it's like this. Anything that promotes health in the U.S. would be banned. Things that do not promote health, they're not banned in the U.S. You understand me? They ban things that would promote health because they don't make money off that shit.
Drugs, but they're inconsistent in its purity and quality. Therefore, it's illegal.
Whatever. They're all in cahoots, man. They're all in cahoots.
Well, I mean, guys.